Good morning, children. Today we will have a new poem. The topic is Laburnum Top, written by Ted Hugh. Okay, this is the second poem from your English prose textbook of class 11th, right? Uh, Here the poem is written by Ted Hugh and his full name is Edward James Hugh. Born 17th August 1930, died 28 October 1998, was an English poet and children's writer. Critics frequently rank him as one of the best poets of his generation and one of the 20th century's greatest writers. He served as poet laureate from 1984 until his death. In 2008, The Times ranked Hughes fourth on their list of the 50 greatest British writers since 1945. Okay? Dear children, you can see his image here, Ted Hugh. As I told you just now, Edward James Hugh, OMOBEFRSL, was an English poet, translator, and children's writer. Critics frequently rank him as one of the best poets of his generation and one of the 20th century's greatest writers. He was appointed poet laureate in 1984 and held the office until his death. So, courtesy to Wikipedia for this information. Born 17th August 1930 in United Kingdom, died 28 October 1998, again in the same country, United Kingdom. Some of the poems written by him: Tales from Ovid, Wolf Watching, Crow's First Lesson, The Blue Flannel Suit. Okay, now we will go to two images are there. One is that laburnum tree, that is a name of a tree, and another one is that bird, one bird, two images are there. Okay, the bird here you can see American goldfinch. Okay, so what's the color? Yellow color. Okay, now the tree here, that also yellow in color. So courtesy to again Google. So what do you call this tree in your area? In Hindi we call it as amaltas. Generally it blooms in the month of April, right? March, April here in Indian climate. Okay, now we will see, there are two images I told you. Laburnum tree. The laburnum tree stands still and silent in a desolate place, means deserted place, a lonely place you can say. The goldfinch builds her nest on the tree top to raise her family. Actually the bird has made a nest in that tree, that too on the top of the tree. It is a safe and secure place. The bird goes on long flights to collect food for her chicks. Actually she has got her chicks in the nest, okay, and the mother bird has gone to bring the food, but she returns to her nest regularly. She makes a sound. The chicks recognize the sound signal like some steam engine. They start up a mindless noise. On seeing the mother, the chicks will produce a kind of sound, okay, a restless sound. So that is like an engine according to the poet. The bird flies up to them, feeds them, and then flies away again. After feeding the food, again it flies away, and the tree becomes silent again. The old silence return to the tree again. Okay, the poem has a continuity of atmosphere. Now coming to the next image, that is gold flinch. Okay, Is it clear? Yeah. The laburnum tree gets an identity because of the nest built on its top, because it is getting the identity because of the bird's nest that is done on the top. During the month of September, the tree is left with a few yellowing leaves only. The month of September, only yellow leaves will be there. It is visited regularly by the mother goldfinch bird. She comes to feed her young ones. The silence is broken for a while but restored again. When it comes, it creates noise and movement. Okay, and again when it flies out, the tree becomes silent again. So the poet has created very beautiful images of color, sound and movement. So let us learn the poem in detail with the text. Okay children? Yes, it's a small poem really. Okay, the laburnum top. Already we had enough introduction about the tree and the bird. Okay, now the laburnum top is silent, quite still. So three words are used by the poet. One is this: silent, quite calm, and still, no motion. Okay, so the ultimate silence is there. Okay, in the afternoon, yellow September sunlight. Actually, September is not yellow here, but the color of the tree is yellow. The color of the leaves and flower both are yellows. Okay, so that's why in the afternoon, yellow September sunlight color also yellow. The image of yellow color is very much highlighted, and the bird also yellow. A few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. Okay, all the seeds are fallen. And what is the color of the leaves? Yellow. Month is September. It's clear. Now flowers are available. The flower comes in the month of March, April, but in the month of September you can see the yellow leaves, right? Now the next stanza: till the gold finch, that's a bird. Okay, already I have shown you the image. Till the goldfinch comes with a twitching chirrup, twitching, a jerking. Okay, you can write down. Twitching means jerking. It gives a jerking chirrup. Chirrup means the sound created by the bird. A suddenness, a startlement at a branch end. Suddenly you can see a suddenness or a startlement, a surprise is given to the branch. Why? The bird has reached there. And then sleek as a lizard, and alert and abrupt. And the bird's movement is compared to that of a lizard. Okay, so the poetic device used here is simile. What we call it as simile. The poetic device used here is simile. Okay, what is the bird compared to? The bird is compared to that of a lizard, because the word as, that is what it is simile, you know. Simile is made with the word as or like. So sleek, sleek means smooth. You can write down smooth and shining like that of a lizard. And alert, all of you write down watchful. Alert means watchful. Alert, watchful, sleek, smooth and shiny or shining. And abrupt means quick. Abrupt means quick. She endures the thickness. The bird is compared to, is taken as a human. She, personification is there. It is personified. The bird is personified here as she, the mother bird. Okay, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. When she enters the thickness of the branch or the tree, the machine starts. So here machine, okay, it's a example for metaphor. METAPHOR, metaphor. Okay, spelling METAPHOR, metaphor. Okay, she's the machine of the tree. She's just like a machine. The bird is just like a machine, and a machine starts up of chittering. Chittering means sound. Okay, chittering and tremor. Tremor means shake. Tremor you can write down. Shake of wings and trillings. Trillings means here singing. Trilling here stands for singing of the bird. When the bird comes with that movement, I told you the poet has beautifully used the images of color, sound and movement. So the sound here is the chirping sound, one is that, then chittering sound, another one, tremor, that shake, it's also a image of tremor is a movement, okay, sorry, tremor is movement, and trilling, singing sound. The whole tree trembles and trills. The whole tree personified, the tree is personified, and what is the tree doing? Trembling and thrilling, I mean trembles. It is the engine of her family. It is the engine of her family. Okay, the bird is bird and the family, the nest, all together acting as an engine, creating sound. The chicks from the nest is creating sound. So it is the engine of the tree. It is the engine of her family. She stalks it full. Stalks, write down, moves. Another word, movement, moves. She stalks it full, then flirts. Flirt means here flutters. The flirting of the wings of the bird, flirts out. Okay, write down, flirts means fluttering. Stalks, you write down, moves. Moves, then flutters out to a branch end. The bird comes to the branch end after feeding the chicks, showing her barred face identity mask. Okay, you can see the goldfinch has dark stripes on her face. In the image you can see the dark stripe on her face, and the poet describes this as a mask which identifies the bird. Like you are wearing mask because of corona, COVID pandemic. Okay, we are all wearing mask. For this bird, what is the mask? That barred face, that is an identity for the bird. Okay, bird here stands for the dark stripes on her face, or we can say closed face, because of that bars. Okay, and then she, okay, showing her barred face identity mask, then with airy delicate whistle, then with airy means unusual, delicate means soft, whistle, that whistling sound, whistle, chirrup, whispering, trilling, okay, chittering, twitching. Okay, these are all words that echoes the sound. So we call it in English as onomatopoeia. I write the spelling O no me M-A-T-O P-O, okay, E-I-A, no spaces here, I am writing here E-I-A. Actually onomatopoeia, but it is pronounced onomatopoeia. But how do you pronounce it? Onomatopoeia. Okay, so what is onomatopoeia? Sound echoes the meaning. For example, chittering, you can understand, it's a sound. Trilling, sound. Whistling, okay, the sound echoes the meaning, then it is called onomatopoeia, right? With the airy, delicate whistle, chirrup, whispering, she launches away. What is launching? Starts away. To launch means to start away towards the infinite. Towards the infinite. What do you mean by infinite then? What do you mean by infinite? Infinite means without any limit or end. That means towards the sky. The sky is endless. Okay, so like that the bird launches away, flies away to the infinite. and the laburnum subsides to empty. Again the tree becomes empty. Subsides here means settles or to become less. Something that becomes less subsides. For example, temperature subsides, flood subsides, we say. So to become less, what is the meaning? To become less or settles. And finally the tree becomes silent again. So dear children, you can see the beginning, the tree is very silent, and finally at the end also the tree is silent. And who activates the tree? The bird activates the tree. How? By making the sounds. Many sounds are used here. And it also making what you call jerks, tremor with its wings, and the chicks are all making sound from the nest. That is the engine of her family. Her nest is the engine of her family, where chicks are making the noise. Okay, so dear children, that is the end of the poem, and I hope all of you could understand. I read it now once again. The laburnum top is silent, quite still. In the afternoon, yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. So you can visualize the tree, the month, and the color of the leaves, and the color of the sunlight, all yellow, and seeds already fallen, till the gold fringe comes with a twitching chirrup, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch end, then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness, and a machine starts up of chittering, and a tremor of wings and trilling, the whole tree trembles and thrills, totally activated. Okay, it is the engine of her family, the nest and the chicks inside the nest. They are like engine, creating energy, engine of the family. She stalks it full, she moves it full, then flirts, then flutters out to a branch end, showing her barred face identity mask, and the bird is showing its beauty to the public. Okay, there is the gold fringe has dark stripes on her face. The poet describes this as a mask which identifies the bird. Then with airy means unusual, delicate, soft whistle, chirrup, whispering. What is whispering? Speak in a low voice. The sound of the bird here, whispering, she launches away, flies away, starts away towards the infinite, towards the endless sky, and the tree again becoming silent, empty. Right? So children, that is, and already I have explained the poetic device like alliteration used in the poem, and also onomatopoeia and metaphor and simile. Yes, here is the poetic device used. You can go through in the poem. Alliteration, September sunlight. The very second line it is there, September sunlight. And she stalks. Yes, yes. What is alliteration? Repetition of consonant sounds. Okay, repetition of consonant sound. For example, s in September sunlight. Again, she stalks. Again, s sound is repeated. Tree trembles and trills. T, T, T. 3 times it is repeated. T sound. Okay, like that you can find out more alliteration in the poem. Simile. Simile means comparison of two objects, dissimilar object, using the word as or like. Sleek as a lizard. I have already explained to you. Then personification. The tree is personified here. Silent, quite still. The tree is silent, quite still, like human being. Okay, the entire tree trembles and thrills. That is again personification. And even the bird is personified as she. Metaphor. Two metaphors are used here. One is machine. Actually, the tree, the engine, that the entry of the bird is just like a machine starts up. Okay, so the movement of the bird and the chicks, that acts like a machine or engine, is a comparison. Okay, that is why Comparison without the word as or like, then it becomes metaphor. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia spelling also here. What is it? The sound that echoes the meaning. For example, chirrup, chittering, thrilling. These are all sounds that echoes the meaning. Then symbol is there, yellow. Everything yellow. Okay, the yellow image is created here. And transferred epithet, barred. Actually, here the barred face, actually the bird's face is covered in the branches. That way it is transferred epithet, a wrong adjective. That means not the bird is not meant for the face, but the its bird is hidden in the branches. Okay, so that is again transferred epithet. So children, these are the poetic devices used in the poem, and I hope all of you understood what the poem is about. And if you go through this poem in detail, uh, we can also find out that the poet Ted Hugh has used autobiographical element in it, just like the bird as his wife coming and activating his life, and finally she goes away. The bird can be like his wife. Okay, that is a different thing, that is beyond your level, not required for school going children. You come to that level of the bird and the tree only. Okay, that's all. And